So, dude,
What's up, my guy?
you're a gamer as well, huh?
Yeah, we game a little bit. I mean, started out with the Nintendo. Got it for Christmas a long time ago.
What you just had the
I
Switch?
had the Switch,
Do your hands fit on that?
Yeah, it does, man. But when you're trying to take off the little joysticks and play, it gets a little bit.
I was
sticky.
worried about that. I was like, "There's no way I'm playing Smash Bros with that thing."
Yeah, but Smash Brothers has got to play it.
You got that game?
Oh, it's off the
Who's your
chain.
character?
That's what I'm playing. I'm Kirby.
Oh,
Kirby.
I mean, hey, that's an OG character.
Yeah,
so it's like,
that means you played it from day one.
yeah, you've been playing him for years.
Yeah. How about you?
Lucas.
Oh, Lucas with the bat.
Yeah, that's my dude right there, man.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many nights I spent just getting so baked with my friends playing Smash Bros in high school. That was like literally what we did.
It's the best, man. It's the best, man. Simple times.
But anyways, guys, welcome back to That's the Angle, and I am joined today by Dayo, not Dayo, as you might read it wrong, and he is known as at TheArtHype
Yes, sir.
on Instagram. And thank you for coming by, man.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Cool to
it's
have
a
you.
pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, man, for sure. You're one of the few photographers who I actually see killing it.
Oh,
in the DC
wow.
area.
Damn, that's really nice, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think as an artist, our perceptions are like we're not always doing what we want.
I agree.
But I say you look like you're doing pretty well, man.
Yeah, doing okay. It's I always talk about the gram and I talk about social media. It's a curated highlight exhibition of the greatest highlights of somebody's life.
I mean,
so when you are killing, show that shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the point.
That is the perception that you want to build, and it should be true. Obviously, you got to have the content. So yeah.
I mean, there's no way you want to show those like awkward shots or like a shoot that didn't go well.
Yo, check out this underexposed piece of shit I just shot. Nah,
this
man.
whole shoot and I just missed focus.
Right, exactly.
You really think that? You really feel like that's a bad thing? The way you kind of said it.
No, so I think that it's important for people to stay true to their art.
Mm-hmm.
Post for you.
Yeah.
Shoot for you. Only shoot what you want to. Don't feel obligated, because as you get bigger in this photography game, the money and checks and opportunities are going to start to come, and you don't got to say yes to everything. But if you're starting out, I mean, you get to curate your own lane as well. Right? If you shoot a lot of naked girls, then a lingerie line is probably going to holler at you.
Exactly.
Or Fashion Nova, right? But
exactly.
if you're more broad, or you have a certain direction that you shoot, the people are going to reach out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're shooting thick girls in lingerie, then of course you're going to get like those clients, and that literally is a niche. You can think of like 5 guys who do that.
Oh,
and no,
off the top of my head right now,
and no slight to any of those guys. Mark, I see you, bro. I love your work, but there's niches for everything. The same way someone might do like buildings, or they might just do portraits with fairy lights.
There you go. You're funny.
But so how deep in the game are you?
I've been shooting professionally for 4 years now.
Whoa.
For the second stint. I went full time on a first stint back in 2012, I believe. And it lasted for about a year, but then I was getting married, and I said I'm going to go back and get a 9-to-5.
Whoa.
To be able to finance my wedding and just be secure with some things. But after I had gotten my job, my 9-to-5 back, I quickly realized that just, it's a hunger that just keeps calling. And, I had to go back to
you worked
being a full-time shooter.
So you were, I guess, shooting before you went full-time the first time.
Yeah, I was shooting. But I've been shooting my whole life, man. I've been shooting since high school.
Wow, I'm a fuck up. I left my phone on non-vibrate. I'm going to leave this in too.
Leave it in, man. Bruce Allen out here messing up, y'all. No,
fuck whoever just called me.
You got to call him out, yo.
It's a random 202 number. I should probably pick it up. Here, let me pick it up.
Yeah, pick him up for the show.
Hello? It's a telemarketer, dude.
Damn, sorry. So now I'm not mad.
What?
Because this is getting ridiculous.
Do you get a lot of those too?
It's stupid. I downloaded these apps to block the telemarketers and all that. Nah, sometimes they work. They find a way to get through, man.
I like have a relationship with some of them at this point.
Well, if they call enough, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
If you're calling me and I'm feeling great, I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm going to make you feel like I'm about to give you all of my money. And then I'm going to let you know how much of an ass you are and hang up. Don't call me again.
Dude, so there's like a specific one from my hometown that they always call me, and it's just same automated message. And sometimes I see how deep into it I can go.
Yep, there you go.
And I just got to a wall point where I'm like, I got you, bitch. But anyways, man, so back to what you were saying. So you were working, I guess you were working before you went full time.
Yeah.
And then you did it then you did it.
Well, yeah, I did it on a matter of necessity. I was like, I just wasn't feeling a job I was at, and I realized my skill set could make enough money. I was single at the time, and it was just tough, about to get married and thinking, all right, I'm not pulling in as much money as I would like to at the time. So I went back and got a 9-to-5.
I mean, 'cause that's gotta be crazy. Like trying to fund a wedding, start a life with someone else.
We were talking a little bit. This full-time life is a hustle. It's
crazy.
It's literally a hustle. And if you don't already have that hustler's mentality, then you're already gonna be tripping at the starting blocks. So luckily, I've always been a hustler. I mean, I was selling candy in middle school out of my locker.
Jeez,
you know what I mean?
You were that
blow
kid.
pop.
Yeah,
I was that
hustler,
kid.
Dude.
Who needs blow pops?
Yeah, you're a hustler.
Yeah, man. So I've always had that. So it definitely helped out.
See, that was not me. I was never like a born hustler. So it took me a while to
learned it.
It was learned. But for you always had it in you.
Yeah.
But that's so crazy to go from full time. I mean, like, dude, if I was trying to get married right now, I don't blame you. Like, that seems very practical to all of a sudden just be like, okay, let me pick up a normal job or normal job,
quote,
and it hurts
unquote.
your fucking soul,
dude. It was the worst, the worst of times.
But I think that's really cool, and it says a lot that it's like you're practical and you had to do it. And I think a lot of people just get too caught up and maybe a little too prideful. And there's nothing wrong with doing something else to help you fund your dream.
Pride is a killer. Sometimes you have to humble yourself. I always talk to people now. So, you said I was looks like I'm killing it a little bit. I'm doing my thing, but also trust and believe I do take those 1-year-old birthday gigs or those baby showers.
Oh, we all take those.
We take those gigs, but not everybody does. You know what I mean? Not everybody is like,
you got to humble yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm shooting for Complex. I'm shooting for Nike. I don't need to shoot this 50th birthday party. Hey, man. If you got a bill due, if you got something due, if you got to get your kids some clothes, you're going to do what you got to do. And if your camera's your weapon and means of making money, then make sure you use it.
See, that's so important. People think that just because you shoot fashion or portrait or that's all you do.
They don't know.
It's like there's so much stuff behind the scenes that I don't see that I'm probably making most of my money from.
Come on, man.
I just show you what I want.
Exactly. Show you what you like. Yeah, there you go. Show you what you want. That's it. That's the name of the game.
And that's the curated feed to make you think I am who you want me to be.
There you go. That's why I love meeting people in person, like the Bruce Allen.
Am I who you thought I'd be?
Except for the beard. I was expecting this lush, glorious beard, as I bet you, but I can see where it was.
We met before?
No.
I was about to say.
No.
Just stories.
Virtually, just on the gram.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you.
Friends.
Let me tell you, that beard is not lush. It is not as lush as your beard, my friend. That beard had some patches.
Oh, okay.
It actually just grew a patch. It's so weird. I grew a patch. So it's like
happened to my brother-in-law as well.
So that's kind of why I started shaving again too. And so I'm hoping to stimulate some more growth. So maybe in 6 months, this beard will be so goddamn full.
There it is. I'm gonna pray beard blessings onto you.
Thank you, man.
You will be back.
Thank you. I'm not gonna say I was about to say. I just won't jerk off for a year and I'll have so much testosterone that my beard will just fly out. So you went from so you went and you got the job.
Yeah.
And you were in the job and you were like, yo, this sucks. Like, what happened?
Well, it was cool, right? So it's not a matter of the job sucking, it's a matter of the people. It's like the relationships. Are you appreciated? Are you making as much money as you know you can make? Going full time or being an entrepreneur is basically betting on yourself.
It is.
I'd rather bet on myself than anything else because I can control, what I can get, as far as work, as far as opportunities, as far as relationships, I can control that. So when you're in a place where, you're busting your ass and you're making so much money for a company and you're sitting there like, damn, it's time. I just saw somebody else get a raise. What is going on? So then you finally figure out, okay, I realize that I'm not worth anything to you all. If I died today, you would replace me in literally 2 hours, in 2 days,
that is
or a day. Who
that's
knows?
The worst feeling is like that replaceable feeling. Like someone could just drop you and they would not give a crap
at all.
That's the worst part about these office jobs. It's just draining. It's
bad.
Oh, it's like your work doesn't even matter. Your life is so just like
appreciation, right? And I think what's cool is when you work for yourself, you're able to see the fruits of your labor very quickly, and you're able to accept that and feel that being unappreciated is some of the worst things in the world, right?
Facts.
But
validation.
if you do something dope, how can you can't be unappreciated to yourself. You got to sit there and be like, damn, I did that. And now that you have a tool You know, I always look at like Instagram and social media as a tool. You have a tool that basically allows people to encourage you. You have a tool that allows people
we have a validation device.
Yeah, validation. You post something, you're like, I like it. You got 100 comments. Yo, man, you're killing it. Yo, fire. Yo. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, that means a lot. Because you didn't have to do that. Bah, 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 bah. You didn't have to do that. That's why I like comments more than likes.
I mean, comments mean a lot, and it means everything to everyone on Instagram. Even if it's an emoji, it's like, I'll take it. Give me that sweet comment.
Damn, I know what you were feeling. Smiling.
But it's also sad on the opposite spectrum where if you don't get that comment, you kind of feel weird.
Hey, look, man, it's the name of the game, right?
Like you could love this photo. Like, and how many times have you done this? You've posted for, you're like, damn, this is some great work, and just nothing. Like, you're just like, God damn.
So a couple of years back, I would say the old me would post something. If it didn't get any love, I was deleting it.
You do that?
No. I said a couple years ago. A couple years ago, I was so invested in the game of IG and social media. If I posted something, I was
Were you like following and stuff?
I would be like, I would tell people to follow me. I don't really do that anymore.
Like, you're not like doing the tactics every day.
No.
You're not doing a follow. You're not like going to the hashtags and like.
That's too much. That's way too much.
I met a guy who does that, and like, if you have the time to do that, yo, respect to you. But like, I just don't find it part of my day to like find a hashtag, comment, like blow up someone's feed,
dude.
And it just feels so like inauthentic to me.
That's the worst. And I think in art, as artists, we should be as authentic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just want to be real. You know, I stopped caring about a lot of things, especially as, what I realize is some of the biggest people in the game or artists or that, you don't know they don't give a damn about how many followers they have because they're getting checks. And I wrote something, I had a series called Photo Facts where I got really perturbed by somebody, a lot of questions I was getting. Somebody hit me in my DM and was like, what camera do you shoot with? What lens?
Oh, that's annoying.
And I'm like, and I responded to this guy. But in my head, I'm like, you could have asked me anything. I took time to talk to you. I didn't have to, I got a life. I didn't have to talk to him. But the question you asked me is, what am I shooting with? Instead of, how do I grow my business or something like that? So I started writing these photo facts, talking about what the full-time life as a photographer is. And one of the things I said is, I would rather have 100 emails than 100 likes.
Facts. These are big facts.
I'd rather have 100 emails. So this is just bonus, Show me, get your website up.
No, and you're so right, because when you look at photographers who are really killing the game, like the ones who shoot for Vogue and Elle and W.
There you go.
Like when you look at their posts on Instagram, they don't have any hashtags. They hardly leave a comment. They just drop it on because someone probably told them to.
Yep.
But really behind the scenes, they're just crushing
the game, getting, I was at a GQ shoot with my good homie, Duke Dubois. Shout out to Duke. We were at a GQ shoot with Hugo Boss, and I met this photographer, and I was so upset that I had never heard about him. But this guy has been shooting for GQ, W Magazine, Esquire,
real
for
work.
years. And he was just like, hey, he's just cool as hell. And that's the type of guy I want to be. If everything else is a bonus, but if you see me on the billboard, then we can.
Come on, don't lie. You kind of like the social club.
We all like it.
We all like the
we
clout.
all like it.
I mean, come
social
on.
Clout, social clout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that helps add to the brand. Like,
it does now, for sure.
I think I've gotten gigs just off of my social character.
Oh, of course.
Like, people are like, yo, you look really cool and fun. Like, I love what you do. I love your content. Let me hire you. And it's like, sure, that guy's where he's at, but it's like, we still have to get there.
Facts.
And so if me putting in a little bit of extra time, like making YouTube videos or this or whatever it is, it's like, gets me a gig. That's cool.
It's the more you do.
Exactly. But I mean, I don't know what people's different reasons are. Like, I guess at the end of the day, I oddly want to be popular. Why else would we put ourselves out there? Right?
Who's to say you're not?
My bank account, my followers. No, but
popularity is so relative as well, right?
It is
because like you can think, oh man, dang, in the city, a lot of people might know you, but then you'll go somewhere and you'll stand there and be like, damn, nobody knows me. Everybody knows this guy, and then you wonder who's that guy. And I'm always like, because I'm hype. Like, I'm a loud person in the room. I love talking to everybody.
Yeah, you're very outgoing.
I love meeting people because I'm very genuine. I like meeting people and having genuine relationships and genuine conversation. So, friends of mine would say I'm the center. I like to be the center of attention. When in all honesty, I just do be. You know what I mean?
You're not thinking like.
People, I'm not even thinking like that. Some people are just reserved. Like, they'll be in a space and observe everything. I'm a people watcher too, but I'm all about building the relationship. So sometimes I'll meet people and I'm like, you're way different than the person who I thought you were online. And that sucks.
This is really true.
That sucks because like, you can love somebody online. Like, oh man, damn, I love this person. Yo, I follow this guy. I really want to be like this guy. I really rock with this guy. You meet him in person. I'm like, damn, he's lame.
Yeah.
He's lame.
Yes.
But
I mean, that's happened with people, models, everyone. It's
hope it hasn't happened with me. And for the people out there, hope when you meet me, I'm not lame.
Nah, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't think you'd be so cool.
Thanks,
you're more outgoing than I think most photographers are.
That's helped me in the game. Interestingly enough,
like me as well. Likewise, how do you think it's helped you?
Yeah. So as far as artists, right? When you meet artists, you never know like what they're gonna. They can be totally weird and talented,
which is like the artist, right?
Like
that's like our version of artist. Like you're just introverted, weird, mysterious.
But I'm an extroverted artist. You should see me during shoots, man. I think I did a shoot. I posted a couple stories from a shoot I did yesterday. I just really like I engage with the muses and people on the set because I know what I want. And I feel like if I can't do what I want you to do, sometimes I show models. I just did it yesterday. I'll show them the pose I want.
Bro, you're literally
physically. I'll show them, bro. Because if I can't do it, how can I expect you to do it? So sometimes I do that. But I'm talking to you, I'm encouraging, and it's definitely an experience. So friends of mine would say, people don't only hire you for your pictures, which are dope, but they hire you for the experience of shooting with you as well.
And the thing is, the models like that too.
Yeah.
Like over the weekend, I had like 5 models in here. I just did this random thing where I was like, yo, I'm just trying to shoot. If you're trying to collab, like I just put time slots. But what I did is I just said yes to everyone. Nice. But I didn't tell them that. I just said yes.
You made it sound exclusive. Gotcha,
and
brother.
So what happened was they were like, yo, you give so much instruction and all this stuff. And like I'll show them how to pose. But they love, they're like most photographers, they don't say anything. They may tell you how to move your head. But I really love how you kind of give direction and you know what you want out of a shot.
That's how you get repeat customers. It's like it's basically like, so you love a dope restaurant, you go there, you have a blast, you love the food, the waitresses are awesome, your service is great. It's the same thing with your business as a photographer, right?
I think so too.
When people love what you got going on, they basically champion for you. If I go to a dope restaurant, I'm telling my boys, yo, you need a place to eat. I just went to what you call it was bomb. People are out there saying, yo, Bruce Allen, I shot with him. He was the shit. I got to shoot with him again. In fact, yo, aren't you getting engaged? Or you're doing an editorial, you're doing something for a brand or something, right? Yo, use Bruce Allen. Those are people who champion for you. And those are the referrals are the best thing going. Because you don't have to do anything. You sit there.
Yep.
And next thing you know, your phone's buzzing because somebody said, I rock with him.
Because you were a good person.
There you go.
You're a nice person. That
so
you
my
cared.
Buddy, there you go. My buddies, shout out to my buddy Gary. Shout out to Master Williams, who always says, and we always talk about this.
Gary V, right?
Yeah. No, not Gary V. Master Williams. You're thinking about big time Gary V.
Who's Master Williams?
That's my homie, man. Gary. I'm going to put you on.
Explain to the audience who Master Williams is.
Shout out to Master Williams, part of Creative Theory with Taman, buddies that work out of Union Market. Shout out to Travell as well.
Okay.
They have a creative agency in DC, done stuff with Google, YouTube, most recently. But we always talk about being a good person and doing good work, and that will get you as far as
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. That's probably one of the most important things of business is just being the bigger dude in business. Like if you can never get mad at people, which is like a skill in itself, but just being a good person, caring about them after the shoot too.
Right. Following up. Yo, what's going on? How you been? Just checking in. I don't need anything. I'm just being cool. You were somebody who I worked with. We had a great experience. Yo, please keep in touch. In fact, that's how friendships develop, right? Like I just met you today, Bruce, in person.
Thanks.
But I could see us kicking it again. I could see us working on something. I could see, because I like your personality. Or I could be in the back of my head and be like, damn, let's hurry up this interview so I can get the fuck out of here.
Hey.
But I'm not like that.
You could.
But I'm good. And we definitely got some coffee this morning. Cheers.
Hey, coffee cheers. haven't been able to do that in a while. Wait, so this Creative Theory guys, you're referencing him. What does that mean to you? Like the Master Williams, what did he teach you something?
No, that's his IG.
Oh! You made it seem like he,
the Master, like the Last Dragon. The Master.
You made it seem like he was like this guy who was like he was like Dayo, be kind to people, and you were like, okay.
No. His IG is Master Williams. Yeah.
So you said you shot for GQ, dude. That's pretty cool. How'd you get into that?
Honestly, man, having good friends. Gary's actually a GQ insider, but working with my boy Duke. Duke is
So people you know.
Yeah, it's people I know. So what's interesting is, you know how everybody can just write that they're an influencer? What does that really mean, right?
Oh God, I hate it.
In some circles, I'm an influencer. I get influencer emails like, "Yo, we think you might be a good fit to do this." A popular brand, these marketing agencies in New York will just email you all the time. A popular brand wants to work with you. Can you send us some of your demographics from your IG and let's see if it's a good fit? Blah 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 blah. Anyway, there are influencers and there are real influencers. My buddy Duke is a real influencer, and we developed a relationship where we do business together. He needs pictures. He's a photographer. I love shooting him. We love working together.
That makes sense.
And then we work together. And, he's definitely plugged me with a lot of opportunities, as well as other individuals. I shoot with Essence Magazine as well. I don't know if you know Essence Magazine.
Essence.
Yeah, okay, respect. I did a big article for Essence last year highlighting 25 Black couples. It was called like the Summer of Black Love.
I mean, these are big gigs, though. Yeah, these are like pretty dope gigs. I mean, it's
cool to be published, y'all. Get published. Get your name in a publication somewhere, and then highlight yourself on your website. Put all your stuff that you've been in. Put in your about page. Put all the clients that you've worked with. It's clout. It's a clout business, because if a company or brand realizes that you've worked with other brands and companies. Just a month ago, 2 months ago, I did some work with PETA.
Oh, word.
PETA. I mean, I've never.
What?
I got plugged. Well, I shoot a lot with Nike. Shout out to my homegirl Mel out in California, who used to be the regional Nike rep in the area. But I did a lot of regional work in the area with Nike. Nike was looking for a photographer to work with PETA to shoot with Elena Deladon, who's in the WNBA. Who has all these dogs, and it was a campaign for an adoption agency, like adopt rather than buy pets. And we shot that out of my studio. So now I got PETA on my list.
Dang.
Yeah, man. So it's just a connection. I didn't even ask for that gig.
Someone, all that stuff just like
my man. Someone blessed it to me. So it's be good. Have someone think of you the first time they're thinking of, oh, okay, they need this. I got a guy.
It seems like you know all the right people.
Bro,
I'm just are you just really like a ninja socialite? What's going on here?
Oh, is that a good ninja-lite?
You're a ninja-lite.
Ninja-lite. Hey, we coined that here on the Bruce Allen Show. Don't steal it.
I mean, I think it's so important to just know the right people. Like, I'm sure all these people you know are just awesome people as well who are killing the game, but it helps to know them. Was that like something that you are conscious of, or it just happens?
Oh, interesting. Let me see. I think sometimes it's knowing the right people too. If you meet somebody and they're connected, and it has to be organic, right?
It's true. I mean, you can't force it.
It has to be organic, and you can tell there's a relationship building, and you can tell, like when people talk to each other, I don't care who you are, you know that if you can help somebody or if somebody can help you. You know that off top.
I guess
and
so.
if there's some synergy there, well, in DC, it's the craziest thing. What's the first question they asked you?
What do you do?
What do you do? That's a DC question. Shout out to DC.
Is it really a DC question? I thought that was a world question.
It's a world thing, but in DC, it's more. It's so quick. Immediately you start meeting somebody, like one of the first questions you ask is, what do you do?
It's like on the tip of their tongue. Like they can't wait to like trigger this thing off so they can like. And I've noticed that the better job they have, the faster they want to ask that question.
What's interesting is part of me thinks is because people in this area are really focused on building business and making money and expanding. So, before they want to know where they are with talking to you, like where they can take the conversation.
Can you help me?
Can you help me? Or can I help? Is it can I help you? For me, how can I help you?
True.
I'm all about give and take.
True.
So, when you're in those situations where you're talking to somebody, it's like, oh, you work with who? Oh, okay.
What you do may not be a bad question, though. Maybe it's like, in a weird way, we're looking at it from a negative connotation.
That's true.
Which it can be. But at the same time, what do you do if they're trying to help you? It's like, oh, you're a photographer. Oh, maybe I know this guy. I know this girl.
Right. So you noticed already when I first met you, I think I was asking you a lot of questions. I ask a lot of questions. Because I think that the quickest way for people to connect with somebody is commonalities, things that are common. The more you have in common with somebody, the faster a relationship can build. Okay, you shoot? Okay, me too. Okay, you shoot creative stuff? Okay, me too. Oh, you like video games? Okay, me too. You like music? Cool. What kind of music? Oh, that's my guy. Dang. Then you can start talking about an album. Next thing you know, you're talking about the first time you heard this album. Next time you're talking about where you're from. Oh, I got cousins down there. Damn, I used to go to that Chuck E. Cheese. Look, the conversations go very quickly as you start talking about commonalities. So the more you talk to somebody initially, the more you can figure out dang, okay, I like this guy. I could see myself talking to them again or developing an association.
Is that because you actually you want to know about that person? Like you just generally want to see if you have that connection?
Genuinely curious. I want to know about that person because, you know, it may be, oh, okay, I can't rock with, we can be associates, or you can say, oh, wow, this could butt into a friendship.
Okay.
Yeah. Or this might be just business.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to answer a lot because I'm like, fuck. I'm like, he's like,
I'm about to interview you.
I'm like, we're doing the interview pre-interview. But no, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, I think there's a lot, whether it's like a direct question or just like interacting the world with them. Like, it's so interesting because this happens a lot when people come in and we get coffee. Like, that's a common thing. And I'm always curious. Like, I try to pick up things. Like, I'm really good at reading people.
Good. Me too.
And I kind of watch how they interact with the world sometimes. And like, just within getting coffee, I'm like, okay, I can tell how this interview's going to go.
Oh, nice.
You know, and so it's interesting, but you're very upfront with it in a way that you're like, oh, like, what do we have in common? Like, let's see how maybe we can like work together or whatever it is.
Off top. Because I'm not, here's one thing. I used to, and I don't know how you are with this, Bruce, but I used to care like a lot about I used to care about what others people's thoughts and what they, you know, they're like what they thought about me or what. I have so much, like my confidence level is through the roof. Like
You seem very confident.
Yeah, man.
Even in that coffee shop, like we walked in, you were like saying goodbye to like real loudly in front of people. Like,
you know what, man? I talk to everybody.
Respect that.
I think sometimes we get lost in this, in what it is to be human.
You got that big dick energy, bro.
Africa. Shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria, man. But yeah, man, because I'm confident. And I'm 6'4", you know what I mean? I'm walking around, I'm already like, people are gonna see me. Anywhere I go, like I'm somebody that's gonna stand out. And so it's, you know, growing up, I was like, all right.
Where do you get this from? Where do you get your outgoingness and your confidence? So is that from like your...
First of all, it's from the culture. Shout out to Nigeria. We're just very we're a very confident bunch. When you hear about African pride, it's like a real pride situation. But, you know, I guess leaving here and I went to college in Omaha, Nebraska, which is a big culture shock, right?
Nebraska does not sound like we're going to find a bunch of Nigerians.
You'll be surprised. We're everywhere. Anywhere there's an education or a school, they're gonna go there, and they don't care where it is. Ohio, anywhere, they don't care. That's as far as immigrants. But you know, being in Nebraska, I was like, it was a culture shock for me. I went to a Jesuit college, and
Jesuit. What does that mean?
Jesuit's like it's a division of Catholicism.
Okay.
They're like Jesuit priests. So anytime you hear like a Georgetown's Jesuit, Loyola.
But what about them is it like, do they do something weird that's Jesuit?
There's a lot of
weird in what's different. Like, what do they do?
So the emphasis is on the coursework. So let's say one of the mottos of the Jesuits is cura personalis, which is personal care in the individual.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Yeah, cura personalis, which is all Latin anyway. But
okay, I just didn't know if it was like they have like long sideburns or something like that.
No.
Like, okay,
no, but there are some priests walking around, but it's more of a theology based thing. So they focus on the theology and psychology of different aspects of things. So, you know, going to that school, I was like, I think I was the only brother. It was me and like two other brothers in my freshman class. That changed significantly, or athletes in the school. So when I used to walk around, I'm 6'3", skinny.
You think you're a basketball player.
They're like, yo, where are you coming from? What position you play? I'm like, bro, I'm here on a full ride.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So that's why you got that full ride.
I had a full ride. My mom was like, you're gonna go wherever you got a full ride.
I don't blame you.
So
my mom was like, you're gonna go wherever you get in.
So I realized, you know, one thing about that culture shock, let me be comfortable in any setting. I could go anywhere. And
did you experience like prejudice and racism?
What?
There?
That's everywhere. That's every day.
No, but Nebraska's a whole different level.
Yeah. But you'd be surprised, right? Nebraska got like Omaha has a hood. Omaha has a lot of everywhere has a hood. But you know, one thing about Omaha, it was very segregated. Like the Latino population lived in South Omaha, the black population lived in North Omaha.
Whoa.
The white people lived out west in West Omaha. So there was a lot of segregation as far as where people were living.
In a weird way, that's natural because you kind of want to be around people you can relate with.
There you go. But our school is downtown. College is right downtown by North Omaha and South Omaha.
Where were you going to school for?
I went to school. I was pre-med, bio. I come from a family of physicians,
That is not photography.
Yeah, crazy.
How disappointed were they?
But no. So it's interesting. So I graduated with psych, yeah.
Psychology degree?
Yeah. And then I got my master's degree in organizational leadership with the emphasis in management. So I've always, my family's big on education, just like most Nigerians. but I've always shot. I've always taken pictures.
Even in college?
In college, it was a nice income, nice little side income.
Oh, wow. So you were already hustling in college.
Well, you know, not until somebody asked me how much it was for a shoot while I was using my point and shoot Sony Cybershot.
Yeah, anyone can come up with a number at that point.
There you go. I was posting pictures to Facebook and tagging people. That's how I started my following. I was just tagging
What were you
people.
shooting?
Events, club events.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shooting in the club.
With a little point and shoot.
There you go.
Hey, whatever you gotta do, man.
Until I got my first DSLR. But I was shooting in the club, and then I would post a full album of pictures of everybody in the club and tag them on Facebook.
That's lit.
And have them follow my
Facebook
like
was really
page.
strong at that point.
I got up to like 6,000 people on my like page.
You know how hard that is to do now?
It's nuts. Now it's just everybody's minds are all over the place.
Crazy.
But people will be like, "Yo, let me get my picture." I'm like, "Yo, it's on Facebook. I tagged you. Go get it." So that's how I started, man. And
how about before college? Were you shooting before college?
Oh
too?
yeah, for sure. Before college, it was high school. See, I'm older than you, I think. Yeah, for sure. In high school, I was using a disposable camera.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35? I'm 28.
Yeah.
You got some age on me.
I got some grays on you.
You probably don't got the grays on me. I'm so glad this camera can't zoom in right now. You don't want to see my side.
I see. I like it, man. Paprika.
Yeah, hey, I like that paprika.
Nah, man. I was shooting in high school. I used a Kodak disposable camera. I worked at CVS. I got free.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got free development.
All my money on film development.
So I would just develop doubles and hand out the double to people and keep the other one and just create albums at home.
That's really sick.
Yeah, so I've always been shooting. My dad is a photographer.
Dang, so you've just been passively shooting for a long time.
Man, it's not until you realize, damn, wow, I always have my camera on me because that makes me happy. It was a buddy of mine in college that did a conference where he was speaking to students, and I helped him shoot it, but I heard him say one thing that really resonated with me. He was like, if something makes you happy, it should be incorporated into every day of your living, like every day of your life.
If it makes you happy, you should shoot every day.
Every day. And that's shooting for me. So,
really?
Yeah, photography.
Do you have a camera on you right now?
I do, yeah. I got my camera. I got a couple.
Oh, dang.
The phone is right there, too, brother. The phone is always there.
As I said that, I was like, damn, of course.
Yeah. So it makes me laugh whenever people are like, oh, man, I can't get this shot. I don't got my camera. Bro, you got something. You capture, you know. Me and my buddies laugh all the time. I'm like, if my camera breaks at a wedding, I'm going to shoot that wedding with my iPhone and kill it. Kill it.
I actually would wonder if someone would even notice a difference. Like, if it's a normal person, they'd be like, wait, it's just, I don't know, Susan.
They'll notice you on the scene, but after they see those edits, I'm like, dang.
So when you were in college and you got like that first gig for that event, did that kind of trigger something in your mind? Like, maybe I could go somewhere with this? Was that it? Or was it later in your life?
So what triggered, it wasn't the event photography, because that's nothing, right? That's just shooting people. But what that taught me was to interact with random people. Because how do you stop people and say, hey, let me get your picture? I don't know you. Where is this picture going? It's intimidating.
Yeah.
Some people have trouble with that right now. But my thing is, you know, to get the picture you want, you have to engage with people and make them feel like, oh, okay, wow, this is comfortable. So I love to dance. I'm dancing. This is funny. It's something I still do now at wedding. Like if I'm shooting a wedding or wedding reception, I'm dancing. And while I'm dancing with people and I'm shooting. Because the shots that I want,
I like that.
Wants to show. I want
those candid shots.
I want the candid, real stuff happening, and I can't get that on the side and making somebody feel uncomfortable.
I know.
You have to be in the space.
So you'll have your DSLR with your flash on top, just like, hey.
watching me shoot at a wedding is crazy.
That's
and somebody may think, dang, he's having more fun than he is working. Nah, don't get it twisted. Wait till you see those pictures. The clients are always
That's
happy.
like, I'm gonna steal that because
do it.
That's something that. So when I go to events like that, the hardest thing for me was talking to people. And I've been shooting for magazines, and the worst part about that was after you take someone's photo, what's your name? You have to write it down, and you have to keep it in order so that when you go back home and you like edit the pictures or whatever, you have to tag their names in it. That like not only is it bad to go up to someone, you have to get their name. Like, oh God, this is the worst. I'm over that now. But now it's like the candid thing. It's like, how do you get the candids? But that was it right there.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Be a part of the action.
There you go. There you go. That didn't do it for me, though.
Really?
Shout out to my first photo shoot ever.
Whoa.
It's a homegirl of mine, Unity, who's now a big-time model in New York.
Wow.
She's with Maybelline, a whole bunch of makeup brands, a whole bunch of brands. She shoots with everybody. But she... Oh, my bad, brother.
Yeah, you can angle it and shit, dude. If you need
but
to.
she is a professional now. And I'm glad to say I was her first photo shoot as well. Sudanese model out of Omaha, Nebraska. And after those pictures, the you know, the feedback I got let me know, I might have to think twice about this.
You had like a portrait session or something?
It was a portrait session randomly in downtown Omaha in some alley, looked gritty. I had her dress up like, you know, really glamorously. The edits were trash. Like I looking back, right? Like I almost want to, I think I want to start something where, you know, shooters, we go back to our old pictures or like the oldest
like
shoot we did and re-edit your first shoot. Re-edit your first shoot and see how far you've come, you know? So that's something I think I want to, we could even do something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So that inspired me. So it's good. It makes me happy to see her being a full-time model and living off of her art, and me too.
So it seems like a very important event in your career,
it was huge.
Though.
It was everything.
It was like the validation of like, whoa, like this isn't an event. This is like something that's actually a gig that I enjoy. Like
my man,
a more put together thing.
My
this
man.
isn't just.
And it was my first collaboration. You know how the girls DM you now, like, collab. Hey, let's collabo, let's shoot. So it wasn't paid, but I had my DSLR. I had bought a DSLR from a buddy of mine. Shout out to Rajiv Wins, man. And I remember all these people because these are moments that I want to be able to constantly tell accurately. Rajiv was upgrading his camera equipment, sold me a Nikon. It was a random Nikon with a flash.
Whoa, with a flash.
With a battery grip on the bottom for $300 with a lens, with 2 lenses.
Damn.
And that started me off. $300. I flipped that, then got a Canon 7D, then I got a 6D, then I got a Mark III. Now I'm shooting with a Mark IV. That's my camera history.
Man.
So shout out to Rajiv for starting me off with that Nikon. Switch from Team Nikon really quickly. So if you're Team Canon out there, Canon, we need that Canon sponsorship, Bruce Allen.
So you still love Canon?
Oh, all day. And when it comes to these cameras, bro, you know, a lot of people are switching to Sony. They're all tools. No, shoot with whatever you want.
I think Sony sucks. I'm really impressed with Fujifilm.
My man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I had the cash flow, I would buy a whole Fujifilm system and I would probably switch.
My buddy of mine shoots with a Fuji that's almost like a medium format Fuji digital. It's so bomb.
Dude, I love the design and the digital viewfinder. Like, it doesn't make sense that Canon can't innovate enough. They are fast enough. I
think they can. They just keep us. It's a money game, right? So why come out with a Canon 60 that does one thing, wait 2 or 3 years, and then add a couple things and make it a Mark II on stuff that you could have added, you know, on something else. So it's taking away features, adding features. It's all a money game.
Yeah, I would probably switch to it. It's the Fujifilm X-T3.
Oh yeah, X-T3.
It is so nice.
Nice.
Oh God.
But we got to get there. Look, Bruce. See, this is the stuff we got to start thinking about as artists, right? If you're talented enough, if you're good enough, which I think you are, there are a lot of things we do not have to pay for. We shouldn't have to pay for, right?
Like cameras?
Cameras, yes.
Please enlighten me how I can get blessed.
People are getting
Fujifilm.
blessed every day. People are getting blessed every day. You just have to meet the right person. You know, I got a guy who loves Leica. You know, he invested in a Leica. He shoots Leica, cameras. But then he started shooting only Leica and started communicating with Leica. Now Leica sends him cameras and
to like
lenses
test out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but then some stuff to keep top. Jesus.
But right, so it's all about exposure, like contacting the right person. That's all it is.
So did you get your Canon for free?
Chill, not yet.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But I definitely didn't pay full price. I got it for dumb cheap. Yeah,
really?
through a Connect. Yeah, for sure, dude. Look, don't pay full price for anything. Anyone out there, please. There's definitely means for you to not get stuff.
But we're not all hustlers, Dio. We're not all
Dayo,
born.
Bruce.
I'm sorry, Dayo.
It's okay, man. You're just getting used to it.
We are not all born hustlers like you, man.
Then go ahead and pay, or meet a hustler and have a sit down and figure out how you can get this money together.
Yeah, right. Hey, Fujifilm, where you at, bro?
Fuji.
No, so going back to the your buddy Reggie, I think you said his name was.
Which one?
The one who gave you that camera.
Oh, Rajiv. 300. I paid 300. He didn't give it to me.
Wow. So you're in college. Boom. Graduate college. So you went into your field, I guess.
No, man. I had always shot on the side. Shot on the side, fun. After college is when money started coming in, like significant part-time money alongside. I've worked in higher education my whole life, but the part-time money was really good. And you just really when you start editing pictures at work, rather than you're finishing your tasks so you can
planning your shoots.
Exactly. And you're getting contact and you're more interested in that. That's when it's time to go. And I know there's a lot of y'all out there who are sitting at your job. You've done what you needed to do and now you're editing pics. Listen, man, you might want to think twice. But like we talked a little bit earlier, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone.
And if you're a hobbyist, be a hobbyist. Don't feel the pressure to go.
You can be an extremely talented hobbyist.
There you go.
You could shoot editorials for anyone in the world if you want to be a hobbyist. That's cool. If you like your job, it's fine.
There you go.
Not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur.
Not everybody should. You will crash. You'll either shine bright like a diamond. Shout out to Rihanna, or you'll crash and burn. Crash and burn, and you don't want to do that.
I mean,
those are the guys selling their equipment on Craigslist. Like, I got to get rid of this shit. I got some shit to pay.
I mean, it's a crazy hustle because you have to live with uncertainty. You have to embrace uncertainty. You have to embrace like fear and everything. And especially for you, you seem to have a family and everything.
Yes.
I think I saw you have kids.
Yeah, man. That's
got to be a whole other level of.
That's a level of pressure. It's a level of pressure. So if you're dicking around at home and you're just watching TV, having a laugh, you can be doing that. I might be at home feeding one kid and editing some engagement pictures at 9 at night or 2 in the morning. Like, so that's the type of stuff it takes to really survive in this.
When you're in this game, it's like when someone asks you, "Oh yeah, have you seen that show?" You're like, "No, dude. Like, I don't have time to see this show." You're like, "I don't want to see this show." Like, when's the last time you just sat and watched something like on your couch? Like you sat on your couch and you just like did nothing and just watched it. Oh nah, exactly, dude.
No, not did nothing. If I'm watching something, the laptop is always there.
Tell me more about this balance, because I mean, in this whole thing, this is crazy because. Yeah, I mean, fam. I mean,
the balance is tough. So what's really cool is community. I talk about this with my buddies all the time. Shout out to Brian Summers. Shout out to I Am James Anthony. We have a podcast called Shooting with Shooters.
I saw you had a podcast.
So, and what we really just talk about is our experience as professional photographers. Brian and I both have children who were born the same day, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. Shout out to July 22nd. What's up, Savvy? So we have that community of people, people around me who are doing their thing, are killing it, but we're all dealing with the same things. My boy Taman just had a baby. My boy Gary just had a daughter. You know what I mean? My boy Travell has a baby on the way. So these are all creatives I know. We call our kids the creative babies because their fathers are out here just trying to get this thing and make a difference and make a change, while these kids are going to grow up like, maybe I can be a shooter. Maybe I can be an artist. Those are things. I don't know if you were pushed to the arts when you were younger. Oh, wow, Bruce, he's really good at drawing inside the lines. Maybe we should focus on his art.
Oh, hell no. No one in my family was creative. It was like you're going to college. And my dad was like, I want you to join the military. I was like, fuck the military. I'm going to college. But I don't know about you. How about you? Were you?
I was always pushed towards the sciences. My grandfather's was a doctor.
But you come from an immigrant family, am I wrong?
Yeah, for sure.
That's so strong in those cultures. You come to America, you need your kids to have something safe and secure.
Something secure to survive and be happy.
It makes sense why immigrant families think like that. It's completely justified.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard.
It's 2019. There are a million ways to make it. There was this show that what's that show on HBO with Kid Cudi? It was like I Need a Dollar. The theme song was I Need a Dollar. It was How to Make It in America or something.
He probably does need a dollar.
I don't. The theme song was I Need a Dollar by Aldo Black. Anyway, there's a million ways to make it in America. That's why it's the land of opportunity.
Yeah, it's literally called How to Make It in America.
There you go.
That's
How to Make It in America.
I saw that.
There you
go. It was
go.
a good series, actually. I can't believe it got canceled. It was actually really good.
Yeah. What me and you like, not everybody might like.
True.
Yeah.
I got ultimate taste. What you talking about?
Yeah, good taste, Bruce.
No, but wow. So do you think you're gonna encourage your kids to be creative?
I'm gonna be more open than my parents were.
Yeah.
I think.
You think college would be dead by the time they're old enough to go?
College. So here's the thing about college, right? I'm glad I went to school. Even looking back at it.
Really?
Yeah. Like looking back at it as somebody who, am I using my degree right now? Yeah. My degree was psychology. My master's degree was organizational leadership with an emphasis in management.
I can see it.
So these skill sets that I've developed, as well as the skill set of being a college student around random people from all over the country.
And the work ethic you probably learned from it.
There you go. So for anything, not only a degree, it's that experience. You learn how to grow and be around people who aren't like you know what I mean, and adjust. So it's that experience. So I would definitely encourage college. But then if you want to go, if you find a way that reasonably allows you to survive and provide for you and your family in the future, I'm gonna encourage my boys to do any of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't have kids, but I'd be like, I support you.
There you go.
You want to do that? All right.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's all about the support, man. It's all about the support, and even at the level we're at now. I mean, we just talked about it. You know, go ahead and boost me up. It makes me want to do more.
When you look at your level of photographer, do you think you've hit your ceiling, or where do you?
No, not at all, man. And that's why, and that's one thing I like, you know, with being with friends of mine.
Well,
It's the constant push. It's the constant challenge.
I say that because in DC, I feel like there is this weird ceiling that I'm gonna reach.
But
I think you're
Bruce.
I think you're ahead of me in career wise. So if you say that, then it gives me hope.
Bruce. So what? So you say as far as DC, so what, you're ready to move?
No, I don't want to move. No, I'm just saying like
cool.
maybe there's like some weird point where it's like, oh, it makes sense to move somewhere else.
Nah.
Or there's just not enough opportunity.
Bruce, don't go anywhere. DC is blooming and booming. DC,
I feel that too. It's the next stop.
It's the next anything. It's always been here, but it's the next anything. There are people in the middle of the country. There's people in the South. There's people in the West. There's people all over the world that are trying to get to DC right now.
Why?
Because it's the capital of America.
True.
It's the capital. It's the nation's capital, man. When you think of DC, you think of America. We don't appreciate it as much because you grew up in Virginia. We grew up in the DMV area.
It's normal to us.
Yeah, it's normal. But I left. I left to Omaha. I was in Omaha for 8 years. And being in Omaha, I was talking to people, friends of mine in college, like, as soon as I graduate, man, I gotta get to DC. I gotta get to the East Coast. I'd be like, dang, I was just there. I left. Brought my ass right back, Bruce. Right back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to stay in Nebraska, to be completely honest with you. But like,
shout out to Nebraska.
I don't even know where the hell Nebraska is on the map. Yeah. But
they call it a flyover state.
Yeah, but I mean, welcome back.
Yeah. But one thing, Bruce, you said something about DC and your ceiling. No, the only thing that changes is where your opportunity is. You can go make money anywhere.
That's true.
I'm finding out that a lot of money I'm making now is in New York.
I see you.
But I don't have to live.
A lot of time
but I don't have to live there.
That's true.
You know, it's a quick train trip.
Why New York?
Or it's a bus. Oh, because it's New York and LA. Those are our
agencies
cities.
And stuff?
Yeah, agencies. You know, these big organizations, these people that write checks without blinking, they're in New York and LA. Write checks without blinking. What's your rate? How many times have you had to negotiate your rate?
I literally just negotiated $100 off an event shoot.
What?
I know.
What?
I know.
See, that's annoying. That's like...
I had to do it, though.
And they know, because you wanted that bread. There you go. But... you get to the point where it's like, I'm not negotiating shit. This is what you got to give me. And you got to be able to walk away. Mm-hmm. So you get to the point where you're able to walk away, and that's a dope feeling. It's like, oh yeah, man, I got somebody you can work with. It probably won't work with me, but I got somebody for you. I'll recommend somebody for you.
And there's a lot of power in that, is walking away from a client.
Oh yeah. Then they realize, okay, for next time. I love the emails that go, you'll send your rate, they'll send you email back. Oh, it's not right in the budget right now, but we'll considerate you for future stuff. I'm like, cool, whatever.
Like, doubt it, but yes, I try. I cool. I believe in you.
Yeah.
So New York, huh? You're not living there. It's cool.
No. And this ceiling thing.
You give me hope. You give a lot of people hope by saying that.
So this ceiling thing, bro, we're always learning. There's people out there who I feel are more talented than me.
Yeah,
sorry, brother.
Yeah, no, you just tip it up. Yeah, you're
good. There's people out there who I feel are more that are as talented as me or have more of a skill set in certain areas. I think as far as this game, you have to be very confident. And when you shoot, you have to think you're the best.
Facts.
You probably think you're the best too, right?
I literally feel like I'm a rapper in a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I legit think I'm one of the best photographers in DC.
How, dude, what else are you supposed to say? Mm-hmm. I'm all right. I hate when I meet people and they're like, oh, I got this little T3i. I'm just starting. I'm just trying to figure it out. No, is that a way to start? You got to be like, I got this T3i and I'm killing it.
Dude, you know what I did when I was working before I went pro? I had a Rebel T5i and I taped up all the branding on it so no one knew what I was shooting. So no one will little bro me the whole time.
Well, I hate gear conversations anyway.
It doesn't matter.
The first thing someone asks you, what you shoot with, man? I don't know. Does it matter? Look at the work. That's it. So, I'm always constantly learning. I got friends. We always iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. So as I grow, as we grow, associate yourself with people who are at the level you are or where you want to be. And if somebody reaches out to you like, yo, I'm trying to assist, I'm trying to learn, if you're serious, you consistently bug that person. I take people on all the time because I think the knowledge is free. I don't give it. I don't care. If you want to learn how I got this shot, cool. I'm gonna teach you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you're serious,
it doesn't matter if someone knows exactly how you got the shot because they're not.
They'll never get the same picture. Mm-hmm. There you go. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's something that I think personally I have learned. It's like I need to keep surrounding myself with people who are just as ambitious.
There you go.
Which is hard. That's a hard thing to do when you're trying to go full time into anything. Is being around the right people who are more encouraging. You can't be chilling with the hometowners.
Nah, man,
and trying to do something new.
Nah. They're gonna be like, oh, the biggest thing is support, man. It's. Do you feel like you're getting the support?
Oh, I don't need anyone's support. I mean, I've been lone wolf at this for a long time. I appreciate people's support and I love it. I'm grateful as fuck, but I don't need anyone's support to validate what I'm doing personally.
There you go.
You know, it's there like I love and I appreciate it, but like I don't give a shit.
Yeah, whatever. Come to my show. Don't come to my show. My show gonna be there. Somebody's gonna be there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah, I'm with that.
So what realms do you normally operate in for photography? Like, what's your favorite to operate? Not like, I'm sure, like you said, you do events whenever you have to, but what's your...
Man, Bruce, I just love capturing people. I love taking pictures of people, portraits in places. I love traveling. I love taking one idea and expanding on it. I have a portrait series I'm working on right now that I'm excited about.
Can we get any insight?
Yeah, of course. One thing I'm really interested in right now is I always tell people, if you're an artist and you're a full timer and you're out here getting these corporate checks or these bigger checks, make sure you have a personal project as well.
A creative.
Otherwise, you're gonna just basically, who wants to only pick up their camera when they're getting checks? Now, granted, I will only pick up my camera for a certain amount of money. There's a certain amount of money that's gonna make me leave the house and shoot. But if it's my thing, if it's a personal project that I have, then you're invested in it. And it's you creating. Like, you just showed me some of your work out there in the hallway. Dope. And that's stuff that you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's all personal projects.
It's personal and it's dope. You know what I mean?
It's like, I think as creatives, you need that to kind of keep you going, to kind of keep the fuel, keep the battery charged.
Yeah. So I have a project I'm working on called Moon Melanin. I'm going to release it soon. I just found out there's going to be an eclipse of the moon. So I might do it on July. I think that's July 20th or the 17th. Nice. I think that's when I might release it.
You can do like an exhibition, or what are you going to do?
I got a show. We'll definitely do a show, man. Maybe in my studio space.
Yeah, have an event, man.
Yeah,
I want some free drinks. Come on.
Yeah. Come get some moon juice.
Some moonshine.
Yeah, there you go. Moonshine. That'll be the official drink.
Moonshine punch.
Yeah, but I'm just really I'm really big on tones, contrast. I just love the way, I think humans aren't so different from each other. But I love the way our skin tones all look in the moonlight.
Interesting.
Yeah, shout out to the movie Moonlight. Yeah, so I've created some things off this project that I'm really excited about.
So are you taking pictures at night, I assume, off of just moonlight?
Interesting.
Like a long exposure sort of.
Interesting. You'll see.
Yeah, you don't want to tell me.
Bruce trying to get the whole...
No, because now I'm...
The exclusive Bruce.
The juice. Now I'm thinking about like the concept. That's really cool. That's really cool.
It's coming soon. I'll definitely have you in the mix.
That's something that I'd love to be a part, man. Dude, please do like an exhibition event, even if it's for like one day, man, because we need more stuff like that. Like,
I agree.
I personally love doing them for myself. And that's something that I'm working on this year. I've kind of refined it to where it doesn't cost me as much. So as long as I can get a space, I could do more of them and have more events, because I feel like that's kind of the thing that creates a better artistic cultural climate in DC.
Okay.
Like, especially in photographers. Like,
I agree.
You do that, you have an event, boom, that's so cool. You might have inspired someone.
I agree.
Helps you out. You might get a client. You might make some art sales.
I agree.
And it's just fun.
Big shout out to my brother, once again, Brian Summers, who's definitely encouraged me to print my work more, as well as create with purpose, right? So like when you do a series, when you do a show, have a purpose behind it. And once you have that, you never know where it can go. I mean, my buddy, he did a series called the We Love You Project, where he took hundreds of portraits of Black men in various cities. And, you know, just it was a time when the climate of people, you know, people were getting shot and killed, Black men. And his thing was to not allow media to create their own idea of what somebody looks like and someone's thoughts of them. It's basically just like, this is just how I look. I'm a regular guy like,
were they like
smiling
you and me. Pictures, or were they just like
some people were smiling, some people were, it's whatever they wanted to do.
Okay.
But it's hundreds of portraits in various cities. So he took that project. It was on the side of the Union Market building for various portraits. For a couple of months.
That's cool.
They flew him out. Google flew him out to take pictures over at Google headquarters.
What?
And this is just by creating a personal project. He also spoke at Huge in DC, huge creative marketing agency at DC.
I find that the biggest projects I've gotten stem from a personal creative project I did. Have you found
Bruce,
that out?
We're giving the gems, Bruce. Those are the gems.
We got to give them away.
No, that's good. Give away the gems. So don't just say, oh man, I got this idea. I'm just going to drip these girls in gold. I want to have like 10 girls in gold. You know, what does that, what does it mean? What does that mean? Like, what is the purpose behind that?
It's called being a pervert. That's what that means.
What can I do to get these girls naked? And we know there's a lot of shooters out there. I'm not mad at them because I know that some people's creative field or what they know to be photography for them is one element. So it's a lot of people just trying to stay in their lane. I stay in my lane. I like what I shoot, but I also try to step outside the box.
So AKA, have you shot erotica or anything?
I have not.
Same. I'm kind of nervous about it.
Yeah, I have not. I have, because it hasn't been an interest of mine. I get those emails all the time.
Really?
And I'm like, you found me, you want me to do this, but you haven't seen any evidence of me doing this. So it's kind of interesting. So I might take on a couple of those more this year. It all depends on the price.
I'll shoot anyone naked for the right price.
Right. Look.
Yeah, I think a lot of times in photography, if you're talented, people assume if you need water or anything too, I got water if you need some.
Yeah, sorry, man. I got this. It's freezing in DC, man. It's 30 degrees out there.
Yeah, just let me know. If your work's just good, people assume you can do other things. I've noticed that. I mean, even just through emails, they see work. Oh, he could probably shoot naked women. Well, he could probably do this.
Well, here's what upsets me the most, right? Is when someone provides a request for a shoot, and then they're like, "Can you shoot this like this guy?" Or they send examples of what somebody else shot and like, do it just like this. I'm like, yo, go hire that man.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted. Go hire that guy.
They probably tried. The rates were too high.
There it is. So you got to be careful, man. It's really interesting. You know, people they'll say they love your work. They'll say they want to work with you, but they might get your rates and just find the next guy, and they're showing them your work, saying, "Can you shoot this like this?"
Facts.
So it's who's genuine, who's real, who really rocks with you. And if you really rock with somebody, you're going to work with them, and it'll work. They
won't blink at your price or whatever it is.
Because they want to work with you.
So you run a studio also. You
have
a studio space. I saw you've been posting about it. I don't meet many other photographers with spaces.
Man, we're trying. Shout out to my business partner, TheArtHype, World Traveling Q on Instagram. I met my friend back in 2009 in Minnesota. South Dakota at a step show. He went to the University of Minnesota. I was at Creighton. We're both part of Black Greek organizations, and we were at a step show where we met, and we just were cool then. Since the rising of the gram, I found out that he took on photography and me as well. So we've been in communications. He moved to DC. We got into some talks, and we realized that there's something special about having a physical location. You know that. You're here. I'm in your space.
It changes the game.
It changes the game. Have a place. Yo, he's going to be here. Here's a place we can shoot. There's a lot of studios in the DMV, but I think there's an emphasis on, okay, here are your hours. Hurry up and pack up. Get out of here. We got somebody else coming here next time.
It's not friendly.
Dude, it's not personal.
Pay someone else.
There you go. And it's not really real. So shout out to the Capital City Collective. That's what we're branded as. And we're at 52 O Street Studios. We have a studio space, and it's very focused on community. We don't have hourly rates like that. We want to know what your project is, and based on that.
Yeah, I'm so curious because
we'll give you 3, 4.
Is beautiful.
Thanks, man.
It's like tall ceilings, hardwood floors.
We need you in there, man. 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever you need. I mean, we just got to figure out something that works for everybody.
But do you own the building?
Chill, bro. No, I'm not there yet.
Do you own like the space?
Not there yet. Not there yet. We have a great relationship with the guy who owns the building. And we worked out something for us. So much so that we took on another space in the building to expand our business for 2019.
So I see. So you kind of do it under your collective, then you rent it out to other people.
There you go, my guy. There you go. And we have a couple plans for some other stuff. I think the biggest thing the reason why we all create brands and have these brands and identities is so that you can make monetary, you can gain money off of who you are.
You're making smart business moves.
That's it, man. So got more things coming. We definitely have an event space. I heard you talking about some stuff for you might need for,
Dude, events are everything.
I just need to host you over there and come by. I'm usually at the studio. I work out of the studio as well. Just when I'm editing and I need to get away,
Yeah.
Or if I really need to get away, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop.
Yeah,
but
I'll
when you have a home,
let me know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The studio creates like an unfair advantage over those photographers who just shoot natural light. Because it's like, how are you going to run a business like that? Here, meet me in this parking lot. We're going to do makeup in the bathroom. You can get changed in the bathroom. It's like, good luck.
So Bruce, that was me, right? Natural light, because I didn't have a studio. And I'm telling makeup artists, yo, you got to do this makeup before you get there, or we can do it at my house and then go shoot somewhere. It's really like, if as you become a professional, you need to do professional things. And you got to bet on yourself, like I said again. So the opportunity came up, we looked into it, looked like a good thing, and now things are moving very smoothly. I mean, it's only been 3-4 months now, but 2019 is really looking up, and we're excited.
You do a lot. You're pretty multi-dimensional photographer.
Bro.
You got the podcast,
studio.
That's
editorial work, personal projects.
That's the way for a photographer. It's not just I do events and that's it. Run back to my house. It's like you're here trying to make some change.
You got to do a lot, and I want to do more as long as it makes sense.
Yeah, business.
Actually, Bruce, man, I'm to the point where I think I need an assistant right now.
Nice. But don't look at me like that. I don't want to.
No, I can't. I wouldn't disrespect you like that. Now, would I ask you to assist on something? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd probably.
Ivy. And it's funny. I got a buddy. Shout out to my boy Reggie Green, who just moved to L.A. Reggie, come home. DC still waiting for you. Some people go to L.A. Some people go to New York.
Is he regretting it yet?
I don't know yet. I got to catch up with him. But he said, Dayo, I need you, to assist me on this shoot. I don't know if that's beneath you or not. I said, Reggie, you're my homie, man.
Yeah.
And I'm always willing to get my hands dirty. And I'm willing to hold a reflector or give some suggestions. So it's teamwork. Like, I don't never feel too proud to not.
I'm not going to hold your reflector, bro.
To learn. Yeah. So I've assisted too. I don't care.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's how you learned. I would love to see all the photographers.
But I need an assistant because.
To what? Check your emails, do all that stuff?
Because, you wanna make sure that your quality of service is consistent, and if you're shooting so much to the point that you're missing out on communicating with somebody, and things are moving so fast that you want to make sure that your quality of service is still on point, then you have to get someone to do that.
You're operating at a whole nother level than I'm operating business-wise. That's so cool. I mean, respect, dude. I can honestly say it because I get emails, I get business. I'm doing pretty good, but you're at a level where it's like you need an assistant to do this other shit for
right,
you.
Man.
That's slick. You probably do twice your business because of that.
There you go.
You invest in someone and do twice your business.
Well, you know what I did, Bruce? It was a year or so ago. I started getting really overwhelmed, and actually, this is 2 years ago. And I started missing opportunities because of not getting back to people or delaying in getting back to people because I didn't really look at it as a priority or just my way I was thinking at the time. At the end of the year, this is 2017 or 16, I started looking at opportunities I didn't take or some that I missed. And the money that it was like kind of ridiculous. So I made a promise to myself to really hone in on the business of business, right?
Get better at business.
Everything has changed since then.
So how did you get better at it?
I just decided. I made a conscious effort. Okay. I said that I'm not going to delay on anything. The minute you delay, the minute it leaves your brain. Facts. You focus on something else. We have phones right now, smartphones. They're smart for a reason. If somebody's emailing me saying, yo, we got this opportunity, blah, 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 I can check it, put it down, and go back to what I'm doing. Or I can stay on my phone and say, boom, right there. I can email right back on my phone.
That is something that I've, like a year ago, I was like, I'm going to do things as soon as they happen.
There you go.
You get better at life and people. It's like getting better at back to people. It's so nice.
There you go. Good.
You feel more on top of it.
There you go. Being more on top of it. If you really want it.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah. But I need an assistant, so we'll see what that looks like.
Have you thought about pawning off the editing duty?
No. Ooh, interesting. Whoa.
No, that's...
So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I mean, I would do it if I could afford it, if I had the work too. Because honestly, I think editing to a level is only just bonus. The shot is everything. You could still tell someone or just do one baseline and okay, do something similar to this and make it look good. But I think if you get to a certain photography level, you almost need an editor as much as you need an assistant. Because think about it, if you're doing I don't know, if you're shooting every day you're shooting an editorial, portrait shoots, all this stuff, where are you going to find time to do all this skin retouching, the color grading, uploading it to the thing so they can get it? In a weird way, it's like, if you find someone that aligns with your vision, who you kind of showed how you like to do things, your color grading, and of course you go back and forth, someone you collaborate with, I think it makes a lot of sense to find someone to edit your stuff. You could be more efficient. So let me ask you, so when that happens, how much, so I talk about this all the time with my friends, because I got some buddies that definitely have a retoucher always ready to go. Sometimes they might just take the shoot, hand somebody the card, they handle the rest of the business. Oh, wow. Like they just show up and shoot. That's a great thing. But, you know, the balance is, how much of yourself do you lose your personal touch in the images? Like, people might hire you because they know Bruce Allen. They know Bruce Allen's shots look just like this. They know your work. Like, they can tell, you know. Can you train somebody well enough to mimic what you got going on edit-wise, right? I don't know. It's all about your brand. And if you can, that works. Well, you enjoy editing then? No. Bruce, well, why you hold it so close to your heart then? Who enjoys editing? I don't know. I guess it's like, it's been part of my process. And I think we all have processes when we shoot. Boom, shoot, upload. Like you said, grade, retouch, go into Photoshop, frequency separation. You know, it's so many things you can do. So it's become part of the process. But I don't know. That's something that's hard to let go. But you're right. But you're right, my man. As you get bigger, you know, it's definitely some things you have to start to let go of and be okay with that. I mean, I think it's like, okay, the colors might not be perfect, might not be the exact vintage filter I want, but I think it's like you develop the system. Like I'd probably edit one and be like, okay, do the rest like this, and send them the Photoshop document so they could just mimic it and do the frequency separation, move the pimples and all that stuff. There you go. It just seems smart, but I'm not there yet. So I got to do it. I hate doing it. You know, I hate editing these YouTube videos, but I got to do it. And that's the sauce that I guess is going to get you to where you go. But I mean, I get what you're saying. It's like, that's the finishing, you know, TheArtHype touch. There you go. Bruce Allen touch. We always say it's the sauce. Yeah, that's the sauce on the end. So we'll shoot. I'm like, I'll get it to you. Let me add my sauce on there. Everybody has different sauce. Everyone has different sauce. And some people put way too much frequency separation sauce. Whoa. You're right, man. You know, so it's interesting. Some people think that what some people think is beautiful, like, oh my gosh, look at her skin, it's perfect. Another photographer might say, damn, they look like wax. They don't look real. It doesn't look authentic. So it's all about personal preference, because you might have, I have a buddy whose clients love to look perfect. That's the standard. They want to look perfect in their pictures. And I'm not about looking perfect. I'm about looking real, human, but we're improving on on some things that you may like, plastic, you know, but you just tune it up a little bit. There you go. You know? Okay, so we have the same mindset when it comes to that. I'm with you. I don't go too crazy either. I'm not over here zooming so far, removing every little freaking blemish. Come on, I don't have time for that. And two, I think that's not you. I think it starts to cross the line of where, are you a photographer? Or are you a retoucher? Oof. Or are you a Photoshopper? It's like, because I've seen some photos, I'm like, if you didn't Photoshop this to death, this wouldn't be a good photo. Dang. I'm sure you've seen it, that's like the tones or something, and you're like, this is not a good photo, but because you did all this extra sauce, now it's good. And maybe there's an art form in that, but it's like, well, maybe you're just a retoucher. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to be? You know, because I'm sure the photo, if you were to show someone with no editing or even just like contrast up, they'd be like, yo, it's a dope photo. So, you know, what's funny, as you mentioned, you know, the different levels, you're not only a photographer, you're a creative director. Me too. Yeah. Because I've seen the concepts behind your shoots, and I'm sure you came up with it, right? Yeah, or you've collaborated with someone mentally. So that's a skill set in itself. And I would love to be somebody that works with somebody and says, this is the idea. Somebody, like, that might be way in the future. You need ideas? I got them. I need a guy to shoot this. I need you here. Boom, boom. It's a lot of directing and make it happen. And it's still yours. But I like shooting. I don't know if I could let go of the whole shooting process. I love, so like you, like we're extroverts, so I love that whole process of being on set, being in control, like running everything. But I love the idea of an idea going somewhere else. Because an idea, it's like when you have a whole set of people, you can do exactly what you want, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Or, you know, sometimes someone says, how about this? And you go, yeah, let's try it. Yeah, let's try it. And it's dope. I love, just yesterday, a buddy of mine, I was shooting this girl, Erin McKell. Shout out to Erin. Just met her yesterday. She was really dope. I had my buddy of mine that was assisting in the studio. Shout out to @Mike Ants. I always shout people out because
It's like, say their names.
Dude, you're doing all these shout outs. I am not putting that on the screen.
Yeah. It's all love. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. But I'm a big believer in giving the credit where credit's due, right?
Sure.
And I think that comes from being a photographer. And sometimes you'll see your stuff somewhere and be like, damn, no one gave me credit. Credit is so big for us. It's like, I took the time to create that and do that. How come I haven't been acknowledged, right? And it's the acknowledgement piece. But shout out to Mike Ant. I was shooting and he was like, yo, bro, try this. It's your shoot. I don't want to interrupt. I said, man, tell me your idea. It doesn't matter. Boom. Told me his idea. I loved it.
Why not?
I loved it, man. So I'm not somebody who's too prideful to say, stay in your lane. Just hold this. No. I think if you have people on set, you trust them enough to let you know.
That's very true.
That's how you expand.
That's that person.
That's how you grow. That's how you grow. That's why I'm big on community. Got to get you into the community, Bruce.
The community. What is this community? Is this the
community?
Is
just go ahead.
No, what are you going to say?
Community is just a group of us that are really serious about this, and there's no egos. Everybody's trying to build, everybody's trying to grow, and everybody's very honest. So it's not even like a real thing, like a club or something, but it's individuals that I know, and I have my own community. They have their own community. Our communities may touch, you know what I mean? So there's intersections.
That'd be cool. I'd love to meet some other people who are equally as driven. I don't meet many people like that.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That would unmotivate me.
Oh, like I said, I don't need other people.
You said it. You said it.
But yeah,
I just like being challenged. I like being challenged, man.
In what way?
I like being driven to do more. Like let's say I edit a picture, I'm in love with it, I think it's great, but then somebody might say, "Dang, you could have done that. You could have did this." I could say I have two options. Nah, that's not what I was going for. Oh, or damn, you're right. Just the other day, I talked to a friend of mine. Shout out to See Through, and at See Through, and we were just talking, and we were both editing. It was like an editing powwow. We were all together just editing pics, and I saw him doing something. I said, "Hey, bro, if you don't mind sharing." What is that process you're doing? He showed me the process because he's not scared of, it doesn't mean anything to show or help, you know? And in turn, I showed some things as well because, like I said, we all have our way of doing something, but sometimes you might want to step out of this box and do something different. So it's because of moments like that and not having egos that you're able to advance. Now for 2019, I'm bringing I'm just leveling up and it's not going to stop.
So you like the challenge of other people, Tony? That is a great question, my friend. Let me look around real quick.
Nah, no problem. I got my sleeve.
No, I don't want to do that to you. There's one thing.
All right, no worries.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's okay. Bruce said it was going to get hot in here. It's definitely getting hot.
Just just doing those.
Just take it.
I'll edit it out. I'll let that whole process out. The best part is I'm not going live, so I can't edit stuff out. I used to go live, but then I'm like,
You want to curate your.
No. I don't like to edit interviews. Like I'm probably not going to edit this whole part out. I don't like to edit them because I want them to be authentic what they were.
Good.
And I feel like in some ways, in a journalistic way, it's almost lying sometimes when you edit out. But if for some reason
what was that cut?
Yeah.
What happened? I could tell there was a cut. What happened?
Yeah. I mean, unless you said something you're like, yo, Bruce, I don't really want that on the record. Like, then I'd be like, okay, then.
Nah, I don't think I've ever said that in an interview.
Damn, I'm like looking around.
No, I just took care of it, Bruce.
Okay, cool. We're good.
I took your suggestion.
Right, I'm not editing that out either.
Nah, keep it in there.
Dude, I gotta ask this question.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you shoot for Gucci?
Oh, Gucci. Yo,
that
Gucci
is like a dream client of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like
why? Why do you like him so much?
It's like the clout gods.
It's
the gods. It's the gods of clout and everything vintage.
Right.
I mean, I'm in a vintage kick, so they're like the vintage gods.
Right. So I shot with Gucci by shooting for Ralph Lauren. So
really?
I hate when I don't know why I do that sometimes, but because I shot for Purple Label, it's like I throw this accent on Ralph Lauren.
I shot for Ralph Lauren. Oh, I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, I know you didn't. I caught myself because I shot for Ralph Lauren and it was Purple Label. We were shooting watches that cost $35,000.
Yeah, but say Purple Label. People don't even know about that Purple Label.
Purple Label is some other stuff, but it was from that relationship, from that shoot, that somebody was like, "Hey, we want to keep you around and use you for something else." So it was somebody who was handling talent for Gucci, and they said, we want to use the photographer that they used for this Ralph Lauren campaign. And that was me.
So you shot watches for Ralph Lauren?
Yeah.
And how'd you do it?
How do we do it in New York? Oh, how do you shoot watches?
No. I'm just curious, like how you approach shooting watches for like Ralph Lauren Purple.
What do you mean? How do I approach it, or
like,
how do I get it?
Like when were they just like, yo, shoot these watches, and you?
No. They put together. It was a big influencer campaign, so they put together these like 8 people from around the country, gave them all watches. They were like, create this content. It's really interesting, the branding of things now. These companies are hiring other people to. So imagine this. Imagine doing a full-scale campaign as a company, or hiring a company to get other people to do it for you and posting the content. In the end, they just want the content.
Yeah.
So, I shot with this agency that did the work for Ralph Lauren. And that same agency loved what I got for Ralph Lauren and had a relationship with Gucci. And there were some new boots that were coming out. And I said, hey,
it was like a Gucci Aldo collab, right? I saw that BTS. That was cool.
So I said, let's do this, and it was cool. It was cool. They definitely posted this stuff, which is awesome. It's great seeing your work posted and like
by other like big account stuff.
It feels really good, man. It feels
nice
it's the validation. But
but as artists, you kind of need that.
You need.
Isn't that why you put your work out into the world?
Come on, man.
You need that. The same reason why people hang their stuff on the walls, because they want you to see it, and if they're hoping the right person sees it and pays their money or puts them on or something like that.
Bruce, it's all about relationships.
Is it?
The relationship thing is gold.
Seem big on that.
And don't go into something half-assed, especially when you know it's an opportunity that could change your life. Yeah, levels, man. Take your time. If it's somebody who needs this, you've done a shoot for, take your time, do it right, get it to them, be professional. You never know what's going to happen.
Relationships. Any advice of how to be better at relationships?
Don't care.
Can you not teach? Can you
teach that? You can't teach it. It's through experience, but you have to take the step. The person has to take the step and say, you know what? Instead of sitting here in my bubble, looking on IG, there's an event. Oh, there's an event. You know what? I never go to these things. Let me go out there. And when I go there, I'm not going to sit there by the bar and just drink and look. I'm going to try to meet every single person. So do this. Go to an event.
Boom.
Talk to every single person in the room, even if it's for 5 minutes. Try to talk to everybody. Hey, what's up? What's your name? Cool. My name is blah, blah, blah. I'm a photographer. I do this. Oh, lit. Boom. The conversation goes.
Yep.
It all starts with asking a question.
That's all it is. I agree with you. I think events are so important.
And then if the events aren't there, create your own. Create your own, man. DC, this is interesting. I was talking to these guys last night. I was talking to an artist, a mural artist, and this guy is dope as hell. I don't remember his IG because I would love to shout him out because we're going to talk Friday. That's how quickly you got to move these days. I met him yesterday. I liked his vibe. I said, let's meet. I said, let's meet Friday. This guy had to leave the DMV to get big, and then he came back, which sucks.
It's interesting.
Because I don't want anybody to have to leave.
A lot of people hate on that too.
Well, leaving?
A lot of people hate on that scenario. You're here, you leave, you get big, and then like you just don't show love, or you just come back and you're like, but anyways, that's
if you come back, I'm not mad at you. But if you leave and you just forget where you were at, But the real shame is that the person didn't get the love that they should have got when they were here. So
that's why he left.
Yeah. So there's an artist, he left. He's dope. He's big time right now. He came back, and I'm looking at this guy's work. He shoots. He does artists, design work for Adidas, Levi, big companies, big brands. And I never heard about this guy. So we're talking in the room. He's like, I never heard of you. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. And we're both in the same city. He went to Oxon Hill High School. I went to Eleanor Roosevelt High School.
Wow.
We said, how come we don't know each other? And I'm like, you know what, man? We go to all these shows. We go to South by Southwest. We go to New York Fashion Week. DC has I think there's Photo Week DC. I don't know, but we need our own. We need to do our own thing here, man.
Bro, I 100% agree with you.
If there's a couple of out here who are doing our thing. We need to do our own thing here. And
I hate when people come into the city, do something with the artistic community, and then leave.
Come on,
like I don't. Not that I hate it, but the whole raw artist thing.
Well,
it pisses me off because they come in, they charge these artists to be a part of this thing, and then they just leave. And I'm like, thanks for contributing nothing to the culture. Yeah. I'm like, and as artists, I'm like, why don't we take this shit back and create our own events? Do something. And I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's something maybe we can talk about as well.
Bro, I am all about events. That's hopefully something we can talk about because
cool.
I've had some ideas and
cool
stuff, but So you really think that's a big thing in DC?
Oh yeah, we gotta stick together as artists. Shout out to the people doing stuff like Blind Wino. Got my boy Ian Callender over there.
Yeah, that's awesome what they're doing over there.
Ian Callender over there. My guy Uncle Scooty. Shout out to Scooty doing a lot of stuff in DC. He Diet starts Monday. I don't know if you ever went. It was a pop up bar / store off of U Street, but they just closed their doors. They were around for like almost 2 years, so he did that there.
Wait, Diet Start Monday is still up.
Yeah, no, they're closing the door soon. Maybe
Are they?
Yeah. But
I was just there the other weekend.
Oh, really?
It's
But
never
he still has Grill's Cheese Social. I don't know if you've ever been to Grill's Cheese.
That's business. They don't all work out.
Yeah, so
You learn.
it's still dope stuff happening, but we need more, and we need to elevate our champions. We have people who are really doing stuff on a big scale. Like if I'm talking about homies of mine that are doing work with Google, doing work with YouTube.
That's big moves.
These are big. These are the biggest brands some of the biggest brands in the world.
They are.
Right?
They are.
So if we have those people and they're local, then we need to do something here. We don't always got to travel to
like
New
you
York
mean like
or LA.
channeling that into some sort of community event or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
even to the point that we got people traveling here from New York and LA. Yeah, come. Yo, what are you doing? I need to go to DC here because they blah blah blah.
They
is
laugh
going
at
on.
us. People. Someone from New York probably would never come to DC for an event. They'd laugh. Literally, I've had male fashion bloggers tell me like, "Oh, I'm from DC." They'll go saw someone in New York that like at Fashion Week, and they just laugh at them like, no way, scrub. Like I'm just like, dang, how do you get people to recognize DC and for what it is?
We gotta get the right people together, and there's definitely keys. There's definitely certain people in every city that have the keys to not only the finances but to the marketing. To they really understand how to make these things work.
The people who own these spaces who'd be like,
on,
just yes, please take it. We're not going to charge you our entire full rate.
Nah, because they understand the opportunity for them in the future as well. So it's about collaboration. Great buddy of mine. Well, you already know. What is it? Steve Jobs. Is it Steve Jobs? Collaboration is the key to innovation.
He's a good friend of yours?
Here's the thing. We gotta collaborate. Get together, and we don't know what it looks like, but together we can do bigger things that help everybody.
I agree.
Yeah,
100%, man. I think that's it's everything. You seem like you're dying over there because sciences are kicking in.
Dude, I'm struggling, but it's worth it for the Bruce Allen show.
Don't worry, man. We're almost at the end here. I'm about to wrap this up soon.
No worries.
I know you gotta go shoot with your buddy.
See what time is it? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, tell me wait 10 minutes. we're hitting something good here because I love talking about the idea of just like the creative scene in DC. And you seem to know a lot of the right people. The people that I see who have done the best events are No Kings Collective.
Oh yeah, those are the homies, man.
I think they.
Did you go to their event over at the Horseshorn?
I missed out on the tickets, but they did an event that completely changed the game for me, and it was their Convergent event. They took over some space, and they had like a bunch of artists in there. Like I thought they did it right. They had a bunch of artists in there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't charge them to be in there. They each had like a little section of the gallery. Then it was free to get in, but they charged for drinks, and they had like a food sponsor. And I was like,
nice.
I was like this, and they had a DJ, like a music thing too. And I was like, this is the slickest event that I've ever seen. I was like,
nice.
Every event I've been to from those guys, I'm like, this is good.
Yeah,
I'm
like, some good brothers over there.
And people really believe in it. And like the culture is really good at those events.
Yeah. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for authentic, real vibes and people who aren't, you can tell like if something's really greedy or monetary.
It didn't feel that way.
Yeah. It felt natural. It felt authentic. That's when it's real. You know what I mean? But but the thing is, there's so many, there are companies and organizations begging to give away money. There's so many ways to do it.
They would love to be involved. They just don't know how.
And they're not cool.
They don't have an art hype saying,
they're not cool. People are paying for cool. We're the cool ones.
We're the cool
artists are the cool ones. We got the juice. We're the creators. We create content. People are paying for that because they don't have it.
They want to see relevant on social or something, whatever it is.
That's why people hit you. That's why these brands hit you up. It's because they want to reach your market. And they'll do whatever it takes to reach your market because it's all business.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, man, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yo, Bruce, this was awesome. It was entertaining. You're good people. I'm excited to see what comes from this. I'm excited to see this interview. I don't think I've done an interview where we've had a visual component. So I want to see
really?
I want to see how fidgety I am on camera and how much I move. But I've been on camera.
It's cool. This table's been going crazy.
This table
it's been
nuts,
pissed me off.
But I like that it's the DJ table.
Oh, dude, yeah, this is such a piece of shit table. I was like, it's the only thing I could have to complete it or whatever. It's gonna work.
Yeah, but it's all good. If you're out there, more people. I don't know how Bruce chooses these interviewers, but this is one of the best interviews I've been on. You really deep dives into questions.
I love just having this like one-on-one talk and just like really just like going in and just it's not so surface. It's just like boom. Like
it's got to be authentic, and your interviewee has to be as good as the interviewer. So that's how you pat yourself on the back without looking like an asshole.
Well, it also has to be someone who I think people would find interesting.
There you go.
You're doing cool things,
my
man.
man. And we're doing cool things, Bruce.
Hey,
we're doing cool things.
I learned a lot from you in this interview. I think there's a lot of value in this interview.
Okay, cool.
I think people are going to take away a lot of things.
Cool. We always say gems, man. We're dropping gems like coins. Just pick them up. just pick them up. We're dropping gems. I don't care.
Hell yeah, man.
All the time.
Hey, well, so if anyone who's listening right now, say they're driving in their car or whatever, if they want to follow you while they're driving, which we all do, maybe just shout out.
Just don't crash. But it's at TheArtHype. TheArtHype.
TheArtHype.
Yeah, that's my IG. That's my handle. That's my website. That's who I am.
No comms.
There's a long history to it. We didn't get to it, but that's good. TheArtHype is my IG.
Do you wanna bless with that knowledge real quick, or we're done?
Shout out to This Is Coach, man. My homegirl. We started TheArtHype back in college. And as she transitioned to do more work at Nike, she's a graphic designer doing work with Nike and big colleges, big projects. The company had to continue, and it was just us. And I became TheArtHype.
You just became TheArtHype.
Well, I kept it going, and it was when people start calling you by your brand, and the hype. So she was the art, I was the hype.
And so you just rolled it into your just personal brand.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's actually what made me take my photography seriously.
Really?
Because before I used to just, the hype was just my marketing skills. I worked in marketing and branding for years. That's my thing, marketing and branding. So I would hype her art, right? And I was like, she couldn't be as involved. So then I had to get more serious in my photography, because I wanted that to be the art.
Something needed some hype.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So shout out to Coach.
Dude, I've had such a good time talking to you that like so many things we probably didn't get to.
Nah, it's all good. It could be a part 2. Who knows? Or you know what? I'm gonna interview you for my show.
All right, you got a podcast too? Do you want to shout that out?
Yeah, Shooting with Shooters, man.
With Shooters.
For photographers, creatives, just a place where we talk about our experiences, what we got going on. Pictures of the week. We highlight photographers and individuals that might not get the juice that a lot of photographers get, but they're still dope as hell. And it's just a safe space for community and dialogue. We actually have a group me as well. I need to add you to that.
Yeah.
Just a place where we talk, post our work.
You're the link,
critique
dude.
each
You're
other.
the link.
Man, okay, cool. The link, I like that. So I also get called the Lego because I just connect.
Lego.
I just connect, man.
Dude, you are
connecting, bro.
You're like a box of building blocks. Jesus, man.
Lincoln Logs.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That's it. That's the angle. Peace out.
Peace, man.
All right. Cool.
Thanks, man.
That was good, man.
Appreciate you. I don't even know how long we were talking. It was so good.